Do not underestimate Ciryl Gane. UFC White House is only 2 weeks away, and most importantly, only 2 weeks away from the sickest and most deadly kickboxing match you can make right now, with Alex Pereira taking on Ciryl Gane at heavyweight. If you've been watching this channel for a while now, you know this is the match I'm looking forward to the most. I love Justin Gane, and fuck it, I'll be cheering for him to pull off the upset, but we probably know what's going to happen, especially with Ilia Topuria looking like this 2 weeks out. But what's way more of an interesting matchup, like I said before, and what is, in my opinion, the true main event of this card is Ciryl Gane versus Alex Pereira, two of the best strikers in the larger weight classes with a deep skill set and bag in kickboxing. And despite how skilled Ciryl Gane is, I feel like a lot of people are overlooking Ciryl Gane because of Alex Pereira. I get it. Alex Pereira is the fan favorite. He's the one we all want to see become the first triple champion, and we all want to see knock out the eye poker and dirty fighter that is Ciryl Gane. We want Alex to get revenge for Tom and maybe even fight Tom in the future for the undisputed belt. But the odds are dead even for a reason. Ciryl Gane is a very tough matchup for Alex Pereira in his heavyweight debut. So in this video, let's look at why Ciryl Gane may be a problem for Alex Pereira, and he could very well stop the ascent to greatness for Alex. The first question everyone asks when a fighter moves up a weight class is if they're big enough. That was the main concern with Islam Makhachev when he moved up to 170. Islam said himself he was having a tough time putting on the weight, and it was really hard for him to get up to 190. But I don't think this is going to be the case here. Alex Pereira is huge, bro. Sean O'Malley was right. That thing is a fatty. Alex really does put the B in BBL. This might be one of the rare cases where there are no concerns about size from a fighter moving up. Alex Pereira was already tipping the scales at near 240 when he was at light heavyweight, which is already pretty close to what Ciryl Gane weighs in at. And look at them face to face. They are pretty much the same size. Alex has definitely filled out his 6'4", 6'5" frame with his move to heavyweight. So I have practically zero concern about Alex's size. It's the speed that I have a lot of concern with when it comes to Alex Pereira. It's only sparring footage, and I understand sparring is probably just situational. Both guys are going to get tagged up, but it just feels like Alex has looked noticeably slower in these clips and has gotten caught a lot in these clips. When Alex was sparring at light heavyweight against Tai Tuivasa and other big fellas, he was definitely smoother and lighter on his feet. My main concern here is that Alex is not used to carrying that size, and despite him being big enough, he won't be quick enough to evade the attacks coming from Ciryl. Ciryl, on the other hand, has obviously been at heavyweight his entire UFC career. He's used to the weight, and not only that, moves effortlessly at 240, 250, which is insane. He runs laps around heavyweights, especially the fat ones. He can glide in and out, and that mixed with his hand speed is such a problem for everyone. And the thing is with Alex is that he's shown to have trouble with quick, explosive footwork. Khalil Roundtree, case in point. Alex had such a hard time getting used to the rhythm of Khalil Roundtree. As soon as Alex thought he could gauge distance and was going to launch an attack, Khalil would come in with an offense of his own and blitz in and throw on the move. And because Alex backed up in a straight line, Khalil was able to catch him with those third and fourth shots and erase all the progress Alex had backing up Khalil Roundtree. And there were several sequences like that where the surprise speed and volume and explosive footwork would catch Alex off guard and deter him from throwing punches. And we even saw it in the first Magomed and Goliath fight. Ank punished Alex's tendency to back up in a straight line by using his superior speed and footwork to catch Alex and rock him at the end of the round. And guess who has the best footwork and hand speed at heavyweight? Moving lightning fast for guys with great footwork and hand speed is Ciryl Gane's forte. Look at him closing the distance here with a lightning fast jab against Derek Lewis. He was just running laps around Derek before the finish. And even for the tall, athletic kickboxer in Volkov in their first fight, Volkov had trouble with the speed and in and out movement of Ciryl Gane. Ciryl was routinely hitting Volkov with a quick jab or a quick low kick and just getting out of the way for the counter that Volkov tried to come back with. I think that speed, timing, and potential constant pressure is going to cause a lot of problems for Alex. The two guys that really gave Alex problems recently at 205 were Khalil and Magomed in their first fight, and it really came down to the footwork and hand speed and surprise blitzes. And I know Ciryl is watching those fights very carefully and is confident that he can pull off the same success. I think especially the Ank 1 fight is what the first couple of rounds is going to look like for Ciryl Gane and Alex Pereira. Ank had a lot of success by responding to Alex's initial offense with immediate counter combinations and forward pressure. His hand speed in particular would completely stun Alex and force him to retreat and start over. The biggest key takeaway I saw from the Ank 1 fight is that Alex Pereira could not react to the hand speed of Ankalaev, which kept breaking his rhythm and breaking his offense. And again, I think Ciryl Gane is going to do the exact same thing because he has the skill set to also pull this off. What Ciryl is really good at is breaking rhythm. Tom could not get anything going in that first round in their fight. As soon as Ciryl sensed that Tom would try to launch some type of offense, it was immediately a quick jab or a quick little combination. He's so good at stopping someone from getting their footing and breaking their rhythm. And I fear that Alex is going to lose a lot of the early rounds and exchanges trying to gauge Cyryl's movement and distance like he did in the first rounds of the Khalil fight and a lot of times in the first Ang fight. And I also think with Cyryl's superior movement, he will definitely punish Alex's tendency to move back in a straight line. And another thing that kind of hurts Alex Pereira here is that he has no legitimate wrestling threat. So he will have to face Ciryl Gane at his best in his world and fight fire with fire. This isn't necessarily a big problem considering of course Alex's striking is just as elite, but that has to be a huge confidence boost for Ciryl. The only time Ciryl has struggled was with the grappling and the takedowns. Francis Ngannou first showed the blueprint when he famously adjusted midway in their fight and spammed the takedown after takedown to take this to a decision win. Then Jon Jones hit the exploit too early in their fight to make it look easy and become heavyweight champion. And then finally, in a controversial loss, Volkov in their second fight mixed in the grappling and showed everyone how easy it is to take down Ciryl. I mean, this dude literally grabbed this snatch single at like 0.5 speed and still took down Ciryl. But with probably no grappling threat, I think Ciryl Gane is going to throw more comfortably than ever. His hands are going to be low. He's going to be moving in and out like he usually does. He's not going to have to sprawl. He's not going to have to watch out for the takedown. His entire mental bandwidth is going to be where he is at his best, which is his striking. Look, I still have Alex Pereira winning, don't get me wrong. Ciryl Gane is the stepping stone for anyone achieving greatness, as Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou have shown. And this could be another moment where Ciryl Gane is used to cement someone else's legacy. But man, it's going to be a tough test for Alex. The movement, the footwork, getting used to the new weight, however big Alex is, are all challenges as we've seen in the past. As much as I would love Alex to KO Ciryl, don't be surprised if Ciryl runs laps around Alex into a decision win. What I'm most interested in with this fight is Alex Pereira's mentality. We've seen in the past how his mentality has completely changed his fighting style. In the first Ankalaev fight, he was super cautious, way too tentative, and was thinking way too much about the takedown attempts, the hand speed, the different looks that Magomed Ankalaev was giving him, which led to a lot of inactivity and also led to Magomed Ankalaev taking advantage of that with his superior hand speed and mixing him up for the decision win. In the second fight, Alex Pereira's mentality completely changed. He knew that he could defend the takedowns because he defended every single takedown in the first fight. He knew that he could knock out Magomed Ankalaev. So with that assurance, he came in going forward and knocked out Magomed Ankalaev very early in this fight because of that confidence. So I wonder how Alex Pereira is thinking about this fight. Are these new challenges like moving to a new weight class, becoming triple champion, facing a guy that has been elite at heavyweight for a long time? Are all of these questions and all of these concerns going to affect how he fights, or is he going to come out confident, knowing that his power can absolutely demolish anybody, including Ciryl Gane, and that he does have the ability and the greatness to pull off the triple champion status? We'll see, but I'm very interested to see how Alex Pereira approaches this fight. But anyways, what do you guys think about this matchup? It's a very technical and interesting matchup at the highest level at the biggest weight class. I'm leaning towards Alex Pereira KO. I don't know if I'm biased just because I want to see Alex become triple champion, but I would not be surprised if Ciryl Gane gets this through decision. I think that is the bet here. Alex KO or Ciryl Gane decision. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. It's a super fun matchup. I keep watching footage from both guys, and I'm like, how the hell are they going to clash? It's going to be a really interesting matchup of styles, and I think it's going to be the most fun fight on this card. But again, thank you guys for always supporting, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'll be at the UFC White House event, so I'll see you there as well. Peace.